L.O.T.S Media, Don't Shoot the Messenger Podcast. Good afternoon, good evening, my good people. You heard? All right, you guys know what time it is. It's a little past 9 o'clock. Try to be a little bit on time today. You guys know how it goes. I'm the incomparable, the author imitated but cannot be duplicated, the one they took their style from, the one that keep creating what they keep taking. I'm the elected, the appointed voice of the streets. That means I be learning off the streets. I'm a leader of the streets. I'm the Lord of the streets. I'm the elected, the appointed. Keep in mind, I am public enemy number one. I'm considered the top opposition. And this is powered by L.O.T.S Approved Media. I want to welcome everyone to the Don't Shoot the Messenger Podcast, episode number 86. Now, when I say 86, that's very significant, obviously. Like I've been saying for the past few episodes, we're on our way to episode 100. All right? Once again, this is episode number 86. That means that we have 14 episodes left until we hit episode 100, which would be a great milestone for the Don't Shoot the Messenger Podcast, all right? Hashtag DSTM. All right? Now, you got shout out to everybody in Facebook land, shout out to everybody in YouTube land, shout out to everybody in Twitter land, all right? Just the internet streets in a nutshell. We also streaming. We're streaming on all those platforms that I just mentioned. Also, you guys can catch the audio on Apple Podcasts, all right? That part. Yeah, we're going to get to it. There's a lot to speak about this week. All right? A lot to speak about. Some things we spoke about last week, and we're just going to elaborate, and we're going to update on some of these topics, all right? Especially your boy Drake. Also, I know you guys seen online the P. Diddy assault that took place, that leaked online, a video, a hotel assault on Cassie. We're going to speak about that. That's the elephant in the room. Give it time, though. Also, Soulja Boy apologizes to Metro Boomin for disrespecting his deceased mother. We'll speak about that also. You guys do me a favor, as soon as you come in the building, leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know you're in the building. We call that leaving a fingerprint, all right? Also, we call this wiping your feet on the rug. Hit that like button as soon as you come in the building. Don't be a ninja watcher. It's a person that be creeping and watching. Don't be no pocket watcher, because that's just a hater. And you definitely want to be one of these, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we call a peeping Tom. If y'all don't know what they do to peeping Tom, stay out of jail. All right? That part. L.O.T.S Approved Media, Don't Shoot the Messenger Podcast, episode number 86. And we in the building. Now, once again, make sure you guys turn on your notification bells. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel. That part. L.O.T.S Approved Media. All right, you guys, let's cut off this great, amazing intro music, if you ask me. Shout out to Ease on the intro music. Now, guys, like I said, it's an eventful week, all right? Once again, it's the Don't Shoot the Messenger Podcast, episode number 86. We count down to episode 100. That means we got 14 episodes left, once again. All right, and I have to reiterate that. Now, like I said before, we're going to speak about this P. Diddy issue. You already know that's the elephant in the room. Everybody's speaking about it. We're going to speak about that also, because this is a defining moment in this whole Diddy fiasco that's going on. This whole melee with Cassie and all these assault allegations. All right? Also, we're going to speak about Soulja Boy. You know there's never a dull moment with Soulja Boy, the one that invented the internet. He invented everything that we know to mankind. Big shout out to Soulja Boy. And as usual, he has some words, some discrepancies. All right? Some quarrels. He has a beef with Metro Boomin. We seen Soulja Boy on his tirade speaking about Metro Boomin, and he didn't leave out his deceased mother. He also added Metro Boomin's mother in the equation. We'll speak about that. All right? What else we got here? Oh, yeah. We definitely got to speak about this Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. We're going to be speaking about Mike Tyson and Jake Paul and this face-off. There was a face-off between Mike Tyson, excuse me. Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. A face-off. All right, this whole thing between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, it's a phenomenon to me. for somebody that has the confidence to stand in front of Mike, even though he's at age 67 or 57. I apologize. All right. Shout out to Mike Tyson. What else we have here? Oh, Christian Combs. We're going to speak about Puffy and Christian Combs also. All right. We're definitely going to make sure not to leave Christian Combs out. And also, you guys, I want to speak about Mike Rubin. You guys know Mike Rubin, the billionaire. I think he was once owner of the 76ers, I believe, or the Mavericks, one of these NBA teams. I'll check it out. If you guys know it, leave in the comment section if you know. He goes by the name of Mike Rubin, all right? He's having his infamous all-white party. Mike Rubin throws an all-white party every year, same way Jay-Z throws his Rock Nation event, all right? And there's some special guests that were invited. Now, we've all heard the rumors about this all-white party. And I think this is a great place to start at, all right? So let's get to it. Once again, make sure you guys hit that like as soon as you come in the building. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. L.O.T.S approved, Don't Shoot the Messenger Podcast, episode number 86. Listen, every year, you guys, there's a gentleman that goes by the name of Mike Rubin. Mike Rubin is a NBA owner, NBA team owner, or maybe he was a former owner. I'd have to do my research. But nonetheless, Mike Rubin, he throws a party every year, same way as Jay-Z does with the Rock Nation. Now, keep in mind, if he owns an NBA team, the man is a billionaire, all right? So this is a billionaire star-studded event in which you have to be a special person to be invited to this all-white 4th of July party, all right? Well, it seems like Mr. Mike Rubin has started sending out invitations. Now, you guys, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the history of these all-white parties, but there's been a lot of pictures that's been leaking online ever since these all-white parties have been taking place. Now, like I said, it's a star-studded event. You guys know as of recently, we've been seeing Meek Mill and Mike Rubin in a lot of pictures, all right? A lot of pictures. Meek Mill and Mike Rubin have become a tandem, all right? They're a duo now. So Mike Rubin's name in the urban community is synonymous with Meek Mill. Now, everybody downs Meek Mill for hanging around Mike Rubin. They say, you know what I mean, you riding D, woo-dee-woo, you riding D, you pulling, you D pulling. It's a little bit early in the program, so I don't want to curse right now because you guys know how YouTube, I don't want no strikes, right? I don't want to violate YouTube's rules. But nonetheless, you guys know the type of ridicule that Meek Mill faces for attending these all-white parties and always hanging out with Mike Rubin, his rich billionaire newfound friend. Now, you guys, Mike Rubin, you guys already know with these billionaire events, you know how rich people go. And it's similar to how we're going to speak about Diddy. We're going to get to speaking about Diddy, Sean Combs, all right? Mr. Bad Boy General. We're going to speak about Puff, all right? The man with many, many, many aliases, monikers, what have you. Now, Mike Rubin has been sending out his invitations. Now, originally, you guys know we seen a picture with Lil Baby and Mike Rubin caught up in a compromising hug. Now, reminiscent, this was on an old podcast. There was a picture online that surfaced of Lil Baby enjoying himself at Mike Rubin's all-white 4th of July event. But the picture was kind of compromising. It was kind of cringing. It was hard to digest. No Diddy. All right? Mike Rubin seen holding Lil Baby from behind. And another gentleman, I don't know the man's name. His hair was painted blue, Crip blue. He was hugging Lil Baby from the front. So Mike Rubin and this next gentleman created a sandwich. They sandwiched Lil Baby. That picture went all over online. Lil Baby received a lot of backlash for that picture. And it left all of us under speculation. You guys know we seeing these gentlemen. You already know we coming from the hood. We coming from the ghetto. You see how we coming. Section 8, projects, low-income housing, no resources, less resources. So, of course, we're going to seize the opportunity to hang with a gentleman that's such prestigious as a Mr. Mike Rubin. Of course, you're going to want to hang out with a billionaire. Of course, if he invites you to an event, knowing the demographic that you come from, the background that you come from, it would be a pleasure to hang around somebody of that stature, of that status. And that's the issue. All right? It's the same thing. It's the same thing with the Diddy once these guys reach these certain levels. Now, they say, this is all speculation, all right? But there's a lot of facts that can lead up to this. They say that when you're rich, all right, there's different things going on when people get rich. All right? You know how the rich folk do. And sexuality comes into play when speaking about rich people. There's a lot of things that happen in the dark. So now we see Mike Rubin in these compromising positions. Well, Lil Baby being held by Mike Rubin in a compromising way, which would taint your image in the black community, in the urban community. We're not used to seeing men hug each other in that nature. Now, mind you, it's rich people. They live a little bit different. But this is a famous event that happens every year. It's a spectacle. They create a spectacle, all right? It's an all-white party. Now, nonetheless, Mike Rubin has started sending out invitations. You guys already know Meek Mill's there every year, all right? I don't know if Lil Baby's going to be there this year, being a subject to all that ridicule that he faced with that picture that leaked online. And we're not even saying leak. It was just a picture, all right? Now, seemingly, there's a couple of gentlemen that have received their all-white Mike Rubin invitation, this infamous invitation. You know, once you get this invitation, you're basically, you've chosen. Oh, the gates of heaven open up. You've been chosen by the elites, the billionaire elite, all right? K-Sanat received an invitation. Now, you guys know K-Sanat. K-Sanat is a streaming giant. He's the number one streamer along with Aiden Ross, all right? These are two streaming. These kids come from the streaming generation. Like we're doing right now. We're streaming from Facebook, YouTube, and also Twitter, all right? But they're the heads of this this streaming era. K-Sanat received a special invitation from Mike Rubin. K-Sanat was seen on the phone speaking to Mr. Adam Ross. Adam Ross invited K-Sanat to join him at Mike Rubin's 4th of July all-white event. K-Sanat did something that I did not expect. K-Sanat did something that might be considered honorable. Some might consider it to be dumb. Depending on what side of the fence you're on, depending how you live in your life. Some people don't care. When it comes to being around certain social classes, being around certain people, certain demographics, people are willing to bend their morals, bend their integrity to be around these rich elite folks. Turn a blind eye when you see things going on that you find morally incorrect. Because this is what happens at these all-white 4th of July Mike Rubin parties, all right? These are the elite. They party a little bit different. So with that being said, K-Sanat received the invitation via Adam Ross. K-Sanat did something that is not typical of a person of his status, right? K-Sanat is on the rise. He's a streamer. So obviously, when you coming up, on your way up, you want to get amongst the elite. You're amongst the elite, that means that you have access to more resources. Typically, that's how it goes. So now, with that being said, K-Sanat decided to decline. K-Sanat has decided to decline Mike Rubin's all-white 4th of July party. Big shout out to K-Sanat. That's a big move. Now, K-Sanat, like I said, K-Sanat, he's worth some money. He's at the top of this whole streaming society, streaming era. He's at the top. He's the elite, all right? He's got to be at least one or two of the top streamers, him along with Adam Ross. Now, mind you, he was invited by Adam Ross. So Adam Ross, he was trying to persuade him. Adam Ross was trying to persuade K-Sanat, yo, come with me to this party. Adam Ross is a white boy, another white boy, streaming white boy. He tried to invite him to come stream, invite him to come to this party. K-Sanat had to pause before he answered, before he responded, in which he responded in a way that was unpredictable. I never thought that K-Sanat had that type of integrity. He declined the offer. So K-Sanat would not be attending the Mike Rubin 4th of July all-white party this year. Now, this might start a trend. People might start following K-Sanat's lead, right? And people might gain some type of morality, might actually utilize their integrity, all right? Big shout out to K-Sanat. Now, also, another person that received a special invite, Champagne Papi Drake. Drake received a special invite from Mike Rubin, all right? A personal invite to the all-white 4th of July party. Now, I don't know what Champagne's going to do. Champagne Papi's under a lot of pressure. He's under the microscope right now. He's under the microscope of things. So everybody's watching Drake at this point. And we're going to segue into the Drake. We're going to speak about Drake. Not for long, but we're going to speak about Champagne Papi. You guys give me time. Give me time. We're going to speak about Diddy and this new leaked tape. Yeah, we're going to speak about that. That's the elephant in the room. Give it a little time. Right now, we're speaking about Mike Rubin's all-white 4th of July party that all these rappers attend. All right? And this is kind of like when these rappers attend this, there's a thing called busting your cherry. Losing your virginity. You can lose your virginity more than once, apparently. When you go to parties like that and you're around people of that stature, people with so much money, right? It's like you lost your virginity. This is the first time you're experiencing this. And it could be a bit overwhelming. It could be a bit overwhelming. So I wonder how many gentlemen that's been invited to this that compromise their morality just to be in the vicinity of these elite, rich, billionaire folk. This is Mike Rubin we're speaking about. He's the former owner of the NBA team. All right? But nonetheless, you guys see the pictures online. So I'm curious to see how these pictures are going to look this year. This year, I want to see how many rappers are going to be in attendance this year, smiling, kikiing with these white folks, with these elite. I want to see how niggas is going to be acting at this Mike Rubin all-white party. Like I said, Champagne Papi's invited. I don't know if Champagne Papi will be attending it. I don't think it's in Champagne's best interest to attend this party. Because Drake has all these allegations against him right now. Things are bubbling in the background with Drake. A lot of allegations. And it seems like 2024, this is the year for these allegations. I'm telling you guys, just off of the Cat Williams interview, I knew that 2024 was not going to be normal. This ain't going to be a normal year at all. It's not going to be a normal year. All right. Shout out to Planet Goddammit in the building. That part. Shout out to Paul Bizzle. Mafia, you know what it's here for, Bizzle. Yo, Planet Bizzle, make sure you guys are sharing this platform. Make sure you guys are sharing this podcast, all right? This is episode number 86, and we're going to get to it. We're going to speak about Diddy. We're going to get to that. No doubt. We're going to get to that, all right? But nonetheless, you guys, I'll keep you guys updated. We're going to see what goes on at this all-white party. And I want to see how many brothers is out there, how many niggas is out there shucking and jiving, licking boots out there with them white folks. You heard me? Happy just to be around them white folks looking like coons. We're going to see, and we're going to update this. Because I think that this all-white party, it's not a, some would say it was a privilege. It's a luxury to be around them folks. But how can it be a luxury if it compromises your morality? How can partying with Mike Rubin, being around all them rich white folks that usually lack in morality, they usually lack in integrity, right? Because it's all about the bottom dollar. Them white folks live for the bottom dollar. They not into the politics. They're not into to the Bible or whatever you want to say, religion. These are the atheist folks, man. You're around the atheist folks. But nonetheless, shout out to Champagne Papi. Hold your head, brother. And we'll keep you guys updated with that. Now, you guys, once again, make sure, I don't care if we got 5 or we got 1,000 people. Do me a favor. Share this podcast, all right? Episode number 86. We're 14 episodes away from episode 100. And right now, we're just speaking about Mike Rubin, this all-white party that him and Meek Mill attend every year, thrown by Mike Rubin, all right? The invites are going out. And we're going to see who's going to be in attendance this year. All right, because I see that the Rock Nation event didn't go down this year. Jay-Z had the wisdom to not have this party this year. And we all know the speculation behind Jay-Z not being a part, not throwing the Rock Nation event. There's a lot of speculation out there. People are saying that Jay-Z didn't have the party because he wasn't able to invite Diddy. And the correlation, and you know it right now with Diddy, under the public's eye. He's under the public's microscope, and they're trying to throw Jay-Z in there too. But this channel, I'm not going to bash Jay-Z. I will speak about it if it actually rises, if things get even more prominent, and if it gets more relevant. Obviously, we're going to have to address the Jay-Z situation, but I don't want to be part of the propaganda with Jay-Z, all right? Shout out to Rock Nation on behalf of L.O.T.S Approved Media. That part. Make sure you guys are sharing this podcast, all right? Share this with your loved ones. Share this with the people that admire you. We're going to get to it, all right? We're going to speak about Diddy. We got to talk about this leaked tape online, leaked by CNN, all right? The hotel beatdown of Cassie. We're going to speak about that, all right? Nonetheless, let me just get through these little topics right quick. You know what I mean? Now, moving right along. What else we got? Listen, man. Once again, you guys know how it is with Soulja Boy. Listen, we all know Soulja Boy. We are familiar with Soulja Boy's tactics and his antics, all right? Soulja Boy is constantly being seen online going at niggas. We always see Soulja Boy online screaming on niggas. It's like Soulja Boy has no chill. He has no filter. It's like he has no counsel, nobody around him to tell him that that's not the move. So once again, Soulja Boy is seen online going at somebody. This time, he's aimed at Metro Boomin. Now, Metro Boomin is the topic of discussion. All right, you guys know he's part of spearheading this whole Drake attack. All right, Metro Boomin is the one that's fueling this whole Drake attack. All right, so how ironic that Soulja Boy is going at Metro Boomin also. So this is Metro Boomin's time right now. You guys check the algorithm. Metro Boomin must be on the algorithm heavy because everybody got an issue with him or he got an issue with everybody. Either way, there's an issue there. All right, shout out to Metro Boomin. Now, Metro Boomin had put out a tweet. All right, Metro Boomin put out a tweet on Soulja Boy. Now, he put this tweet out. Metro Boomin put this tweet out. It looks like it was 2012 or 2021. It may be 2012 or 2020. I'm not sure, all right? But what I can do, I can quote the tweet. So Metro Boomin put out a tweet. He put out an old tweet. And this is what he said in the tweet. My phone rings to come to the studio with Jeezy. Yours rings to send Soulja Boy a pack of beats. So this is a tweet from Metro Boomin. I don't know what, obviously he's speaking to another producer. I'm gonna repeat it again. This is what he tweeted. He said, my phone rings to come to the studio with Jeezy. So when he says anytime somebody calls Metro Boomin, it's for a big artist, all right? That's what he's trying to say. The top artist. That's what I'm being requested. I get requested from guys like Jeezy, all right? Now he's speaking to another gentleman. I'm curious to know, I don't know what other producer he was speaking to, but he said, your phone rings to send Soulja Boy a pack of beats. So he's trying to compare Jeezy to Soulja Boy. Basically, Metro Boomin saying, nigga, I'm out here working with Jeezy. You out here working with Soulja Boy. Now, you know Soulja Boy wasn't going to take that lightly. You know Soulja Boy was not going to let that slide. Nobody slides with Soulja Boy. So once again, in a typical Soulja Boy fashion, he went on Instagram and called out Metro Boomin. Now, Soulja Boy, you guys know Soulja Boy. Some might say he's a gangster. Some might say he's not. Somebody might argue and be like, he's not a gangster. You know Soulja Boy is on some gang shit, blood shit, whoop-de-woo. All right? Now, Soulja Boy screaming on Metro Boomin. Obviously, he had to address this about Metro Boomin. Now, Soulja Boy gave Metro Boomin 24 hours to take down this tweet. Now, mind you, this tweet's from 2012. Soulja Boy gave him 24 hours. You have 24 hours to bring down that tweet. Now, you guys know, obviously, Metro Boomin has friends. And one of his partners decided to chime in. And he goes by the name of 21 Savage, the one with the dagger on his forehead. All right? 21 Savage replied under Soulja Boy's 24-hour tweet and says, oh, and what you're going to do about it. What happens if he doesn't take it down in 24 hours? So obviously 21 Savage was testing Soulja Boy's authority. How genuine he is. Is he going to come through? Is he going to come through with his threats? Is it a threat or is it a promise? Now, you know Soulja Boy was not going to let that slide. Soulja Boy screaming on 21 Savage. Right now, Soulja Boy is going at it with 21 Savage, all right? And he went at Metro Boomin, obviously. He spoke about Metro Boomin's mother. Now, you guys know I'm always down for a good Soulja Boy rant. I love when Soulja Boy gets online and he rants and he screams on niggas. I don't want nobody to hurt Soulja Boy. I like what Soulja Boy does. You know what I mean? And he doesn't seem like a big gangster to me, but Soulja Boy did shoot a nigga inside his crib. Niggas tried to rob Soulja Boy, and Soulja Boy shot the nigga like 4 or 5 times. You remember when he was in that video, like, when he was on DJ Vlad interview, and he was like, boom, bow, bing, brah, brah, brah. He's making all them animated noises, right? A lot of antics, but in actuality, that shit did take place. He was being facetious. Yeah, he was adding a little extra sauce on there, a little extra seasoning. But the event actually took place. So Soulja Boy has shot somebody before, all right? So you can't take Soulja Boy's threats. You have to take his threats with a grain of salt, but you cannot totally dismiss Soulja Boy's threats. Now, you guys know I love when Soulja Boy does his shit. I like Soulja Boy's antics, all right? I digress. Yeah, I like when Soulja Boy acts up. But in this case, I wasn't a big fan of Soulja Boy. I don't like the way Soulja Boy brought Metro Boomin's deceased mother. Keep in mind, Metro Boomin's mother is deceased. She has passed away prematurely. Soulja Boy took the opportunity to go at his mother and say, fuck your dead mother and whoop-de-woo. All right? Now, obviously, Soulja Boy received a lot of backlash for that, but question is, did he actually care? Now, my question is always, who are the people that's around Soulja Boy? Who advises Soulja Boy? Who is Soulja Boy's counsel? Who does Soulja Boy have to answer to? Who the niggas that he roll with every day, are they yes men? Because we know how it is. We know how it is in Hollywood, and you're a celebrity, so you get surrounded by a lot of yes men. People that just want opportunities, and that's why they're hanging around you, and they have ulterior motives because they want to climb up the social ladder, and they want to get to where they're going in Hollywood. All right. With that being said, Soulja Boy recently apologized. All right. So you guys, Soulja Boy apologized to Metro Boomin. Soulja Boy apologized to Metro Boomin, apologized for disrespecting Metro Boomin's mother. All right. So I want to give a big shout out to Soulja Boy. Thumbs up for that. That shows a lot of maturity. Yo, shout out to Garbins in the building. What up, Jit? I see you, brother. Let me pull up just shout out to everybody in the comment section. You guys know we going up. We're going to speak about this whole Puffy thing, all right? Yo, that part, Jit. We're going to speak about Puffy. Jit, do me a favor. Make sure you guys are sharing this platform. Share this episode. This is episode number 86. That part, all right? We're 14 episodes away from episode 100, and there will be a celebration because nobody expects us to be here, and you know life be lifing, but I'm here every Friday, all right? Big shout out to you, brother. Always appreciate your support. All right, so with that being said, he apologized to Metro Boomin for disrespecting his deceased mother. But, well, before we go into that, he also said some other things, all right? Now, Soulja Boy alluded to he has anger issues. He's just like Bootsy, all right? So Soulja Boy he had to do some self-reflection, all right? He did some self-reflection. He decided that some things that Soulja Boy wants to change about himself. All right, and I'm happy. I'm happy for that because I like Soulja Boy as an artist. I like when he trips sometimes, but sometimes he be tripping and it's not warranted. Sometimes he violates and cross the line. All right, Soulja Boy, I wouldn't consider him a street nigga, and he violates some of the street rules at times. All right, but nonetheless, shout out to Soulja Boy. Now, Soulja Boy said he's going to seek therapy and anger management. So we got to clap it up for Soulja Boy for making that decision. All right. Like I said, that's self-reflection. All right. Self-development in which he decided that he needs some therapy. And you know, the black community, we all need therapy. So shout out to Soulja Boy for acknowledging that he needs therapy, acknowledging that he needs anger management. You guys know Bootsy's, he takes anger management also. And I need to follow in their footsteps too. I'm learning. I'm getting better with it. I think a lot of us suffer from anger management. And in all actuality, I think the whole black community needs to take therapy, all right? Just for dealing with society, dealing with what we've been through as a people. I think we all need therapy. So I just want to give a big shout out to Soulja Boy for making that decision to go get some help, all right? And shout out to Bootsy too, because I think Bootsy was taking anger management classes too. And I seen Bootsy talking about those anger management issues, all right? Shout out to those brothers. Now, what we got going on in the comment section? All right, Planet Goddamn It, Soulja is bipolar from Molly's and lean. That part. Listen, you know Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy, he's no stranger to drugs. Everybody thinks Soulja Boy be on coke the way he be acting. Because you know Soulja Boy pop his eyes. You know when Soulja Boy be beefing, his eyes open like that. When Soulja Boy's threatening you, his eyes are going to open wide and you're going to see his cornea, all right? You're going to see his pupils, The cornea is the wide part. You're going to see Soulja Boy's pupils. And that's what a lot of people assume, that Soulja Boy is on drugs. And maybe so, because Soulja Boy's face is very, very, shesh is very slim. It's maga, his face. You can see his cheekbones. But that's why when you smoke weed, it does that also, all right? Now, I've never heard Soulja Boy being caught with any type of drugs, real drugs, but I believe that he be under some substance. He's under something, all right? So I agree with you, Planet. That part. You heard? Now, you guys, once again, make sure you guys are sharing this platform. Make sure you guys are turning your notification bells on. And make sure you guys subscribing to the YouTube channel. What is it? L.O.T.S. Approved Media on YouTube, all right? Now, moving right along. We spoke about the Mike Rubin. We spoke about what's in it. Oh, and keep in mind, 21 Savage and Soulja Boy, they're still beefing. So Soulja Boy said, fuck 21 Savage. Though he apologized to Metro Boomin, he said, fuck 21 Savage. And I'm not sure when this is going to stop, because a lot of people, you know how Soulja, first of all, 21 Savage was born in England. So a lot of people are mad at the fact that 21 Savage, born in England, looks like he runs Atlanta. And I seen that 21 Savage responded to a tweet. Maybe we'll speak about this in a later episode, but keep in mind, 21 Savage and Soulja Boy still beefing. Now, you guys, moving right along. I think it's time to speak about the elephant in the room. Is there anything else that I have here to say? No, I think not. All right, you guys, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Let's get to it. Recently, you guys already know what's going on with Puffy. We know what's going on with Puffy in these streets. We seen Puffy's homes get raided by the feds, Homeland Security, FBI, the whole alphabet. We seen Puffy's son, Christian, being escorted out the home in handcuffs. We seen that. We hear all the speculation. We also know about the Cassie receiving over $30 million, allegedly. All right? And I think that was a civil suit. All right? We all know about this. All right? And if you don't know, you've been under a rock. So listen, as of lately, I don't know if you guys have been seeing, but Puffy has been seen online. And he's been he's been out in the public more. Safe to say, Puffy's been showing his face more. Puffy has had some friends that are speaking up for him. One goes by the name of Stevie J. Stevie J has challenged 50 Cent to a fight. And you know 50 know how to box. So 50 got hands. But what I'm trying to say is Puffy has some supporters. All right? Puffy has been seen online. Puffy has been putting up Instagram posts. Though he hasn't been posting frequently, Puffy has been posting on Instagram. And judging by his posts, judging by his captions, Puffy wants some respect. Puffy wants some love. If you see one post, Puffy's alluding to, you niggas need to show me some love. And now the irony is his name is Brother Love. So Puffy is demanding that people show him love. Now, if you look at Puffy's comment section, this is where we always go. Anytime I see a video and I'm skeptical of how I feel, I always look at the comment section and see how the general public feels. So in the comment section, I've seen some people that most likely I would have never predicted that they would have been in that comment section. One of them being Joel Santana. Joel Santana showing his support for Diddy in the comment section. Lee Daniels showing his support for Diddy in the comment section. Obviously, Stevie J, Love and Hip Hop Stevie J, a Grammy Award winning producer Stevie J, Jocelyn, baby daddy Stevie J. Stevie J that married Biggie's ex-wife, Faith. And I think Stevie J is Faith's son's godfather. He's in support of Diddy. All right? So, it looks like Diddy's been getting a little bit braver. First of all, Diddy was hiding inside the hole, right? I always say this like a hermit, like a mole, all right? Like a groundhog. Diddy's been in the hole like a groundhog, but he's been surfacing lately, all right? And You see how the things that you would think that maybe there's a change of event that took place. Why is Diddy so confident now? Throughout all the allegations, Diddy has remained low. You haven't seen him on social network. Nobody has been speaking on behalf of Diddy. People are saying Diddy's flying out the country. He's in England. For the most part, he's rolling. He's been moving low, on the low, right? So to see Diddy resurface, at least one to speculate. When I'm seeing Diddy resurfacing, I'm thinking that Diddy knows something that we don't know about. A lot of people are saying that Diddy is an informant. He's a Fed agent. That's why they say he's been getting away with everything that he's been getting away with all these years. But nonetheless, Diddy seems like he was back, and I was confused. I didn't know why Diddy was back. You guys, recently online, there's some footage that has surfaced. All right, now this is some hotel footage. I don't know how they obtained this footage. I don't know if they got this footage during the raid. I don't know if CNN just had the footage and they just didn't release it until now. I don't know how they got their hands on this footage, but this footage has been leaked online. All right. Now, you guys, this footage it's how would you say? It's defining. It's a very defining footage. It's going to persuade the public's opinion. This footage might be the nail in the coffin for Diddy. This might be the nail in the coffin. If Diddy had any type of idea, if Diddy was under the notion that he had a chance in the courtroom, I think he no longer has a chance. If Diddy thought that he had a chance, that's why he's been surfacing, showing his face. I think Diddy no longer has a chance. I think this is going to be the defining evidence in this whole Diddy fiasco. All right, let's get to it. You guys, there's some footage online of Diddy putting his hands on Cassie. Now, Cassie always said that Diddy used to be abusive. There's a lot of people that bear witness to some of these altercations that took place between Diddy and Cassie. But nonetheless, every time we hear things about Diddy, the general public, we never get to see. We don't see any evidence of it. We don't see Cassie's face. We don't see any footage. All we hear is rumors and speculation. You have a lot of witnesses, but no witness comes forth and gives detail. In this case, like I said, we don't have no concrete evidence throughout this whole melee, throughout this whole fiasco with Puffy, this witch hunt. We've never had no evidence other than the victim's testimony, Cassie's testimony up until now. Now, this is on the heels of Diddy's son, King Combs, dropping a diss record talking about, I dare one of y'all say no Diddy in front of me. This is on the heels of his son responding to all the allegations, all right? And I find that kind of funny. You would allow your son to respond on your behalf, knowing the age that he's at, knowing how impressionable this kid still is, knowing that he doesn't have the wisdom. He doesn't possess the wisdom to make decisions like that, to speak on your behalf. This situation is very big. This is a big situation. Forget career ending. This situation might put Puffy away for a very long time. They're saying that Puffy might be roommates with R. Kelly. And judging by this videotape that we're going to speak about, that might be the case. So you guys, in this video, it's a disturbing video. You guys make sure you guys are sharing this platform, all right? We're speaking about this Diddy leaked footage of Diddy putting his hands on Cassie. I need you guys to share this platform. All right, you guys, the video was leaked online via CNN. You can see Cassie walking down a hallway in a hotel. I think she had shades on. Now you got Diddy running behind Cassie. Now mind you, Diddy's running behind Cassie. He's not even fully dressed. Diddy has on a towel. He has the towel wrapped around his waist, obviously. And he's holding the towel up with one hand, all right, while chasing Cassie down the hotel hallway. Now, if you see how aggressive Diddy was with Cassie, it'd be triggering. Guys, this is triggering, all right? Diddy grabs Cassie by the neck. It was kind of like a grab and a slap at the same time. He grabs Cassie by the neck and thrusts her to the floor. He pulls her down and slams her to the floor. He throws Cassie to the floor. Very aggressive, bruh. Very aggressive. Mind you, this is a woman. All right, this is a man putting his hands on a woman. If it wasn't enough that Puffy grabbed Cassie and threw her to the floor, Puffy then went to field goal kick Cassie in her back. All right? By no exaggeration. Puffy tried to punt Cassie. All right? He field goal kicked Cassie. And you would think, already you took her by the neck and you slammed her on the floor. If that wasn't enough, very aggressive. She looked like she wasn't moving. When Diddy slammed Cassie on the floor, let me make this clear. Diddy slammed Cassie on the floor. And Cassie did not move from her position on the floor when she hit the floor. So Cassie hit the floor and stayed in that position. She didn't move. Her leg didn't even twitch. Her head didn't shake. He took her, grabbed her by the neck, and slammed her to the floor. Now, while she's laying on the floor, we're not going to say lifeless, but motionless. He field goal kicked Cassie in her back. By that move right there, that was similar to what Eric Holder did to Nipsey Hussle. Very similar. Eric Holder, after shooting Nipsey Hussle, he came back and kicked the man. All right? That's obsessive. That's obsessive. It wasn't one kick. Puffy field goal kicked Cassie in her back, and then he stomped her one time in her chest or her stomach. Somewhere along the lines of the chest or the stomach. He gave her a stomp. So let's wheel this back. Once again, Cassie's coming down the hallway. Now, they're saying that Cassie's actually running from Puff because prior to her leaving out of the hotel room, Puffy had punched her and blacked her eye. So they're saying Sean Diddy Combs punched Cassie in her eye prior to her leaving that hotel room. So they're saying that Cassie had to make a break for it. So somewhere along the line, she felt it was safe for her to get up out of that room. So she was making her exit, her escape. She was making a getaway from Puff after being punched in her eye. And they say her eyes was blacked out. With that being said, she's making her way out the room. Puffy noticed. They say Puffy started yelling when he saw that she was trying to get out the room. She got her purse. She got her belongings. She got up out of there. She skedaddled out the hotel room. But unfortunately, Puffy was running behind her, running behind her, in which he grabbed her by the neck and once again slammed her to the floor. Field goal kicked her in her back and then stomped her in her chest. A-Town stomped her in her chest. All right? Mind you guys, this is a woman. So this right here gives credence. This right here gives validity to all these allegations against Puff. Ladies and gentlemen, Puffy is a woman beater. Sean Combs is a woman beater. The woman's on the floor. She couldn't even move. For you to field goal kick her back in and then stomp her while she's not even moving on the floor. And may I add, I forgot something. Puffy actually grabbed her purse off the ground too. I think her bag. I don't know if it was her bag with her belongings, but both of them had her contents was inside those two bags. All right. So he grabbed the purse and there was another bag. I think maybe it was a book bag. So he was conscious enough to grab these things, to grab these items. So basically, Puffy was not allowing Cassie to leave. Listen, this gives validity to all these allegations. When Cassie said that Puff, it's kind of like Puff trapped Cassie. Now, you guys, at first, you know, we speak about Cassie in a way, and we don't want to let Cassie off the hook 100%. But this gives credence to what Cassie was saying. Cassie was saying basically she's held hostage by Puff. Now, obviously, she could leave when she wants, but not necessarily. There's a lot of factors that are in place that makes her reluctant to leave Puffy. All right? You see Puffy grabbing her belongings and the way he did, how aggressive he is with her. Also, you guys remember the allegations about Puffy blowing up Kid Cudi's car. So, if Cassie was to fall in love with another gentleman or date another gentleman, potentially that gentleman's life could be threatened. So that would make Cassie reluctant to want to leave Puffy, knowing that the next person that she deals with may be subject to that same treatment. Their life might be threatened by her once lover. This gives a lot of credence. I'm starting to believe all the allegations with Cassie. Just judging by that one video alone. You guys get a chance? It's on CNN. I'm not going to play the video here. The video's triggering, and YouTube does not allow graphic depictions, videos on their platform. All right? Violence of that sort. But you guys get a chance. You guys check it out. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put it on Facebook and also on my Instagram where you guys can hit the link. And when you guys hit the link, you guys can see and witness it for yourself. You guys gonna see your boy Puff. Now, like I said, I never had no evidence against Puff. All right, I know there's a lot of speculation, but if you got that many people accusing Puff, I knew some of it actually had to be true. Let's call a spade a spade. Let's be practical here. All right, let's be practical. In all actuality, I knew Puffy was guilty of some of the accusations, no doubt. I knew it. But I never had no hardcore evidence. I don't know about you guys, but I never seen no hardcore evidence. This is the first time I'm seeing this. And I'm just saying, Puff, Diddy, this made you look like a monster, brother. This video that leaked online through CNN made you look like a monster. I think this is the nail in the coffin. I think this is what's going to condemn Puffy. You guys keep in mind, Cassie is one of the lead witnesses in this up-and-coming Puffy case, Diddy case. They haven't brought charges against him as of yet. As of right now, it's simply just an investigation. But you know how the feds do. They just need to line up their ducks and get the correct evidence in order to make it an open shut case. All right. So with that being said, Puffy, this might be the end of Bad Boy as we know it. This may be even the end of Christian Combs, Puffy's son. All right. You guys know Puffy's son just released a song going at all the naysayers, going at all Puffy's adversaries. I'm surprised that Puffy allowed his son to even put that song out. There's a lot of things about Puffy that I really dislike, and I'm using dislike for lack of a better term. A lot of things that Puffy have done that he's connected to. Puffy more and more every day seems to me like a monster. There's so many things that are going to reveal itself in the near future. Puffy is part of a lot of things that took place that we never knew that he had partook in. You know, there are already allegations about the death of Biggie Smalls. They always try to implement Puffy in that. The death of Tupac, they always try to implement Puffy in that. Now you have a track record of women being abused by Puffy. Now they said that Kim, his baby mother, used to always get beat up by Puffy. And shout out to Gene Dill, the former bodyguard. Gene Dill has been quoted saying that, yeah, Kim used to fight back. All right, Kim used to fight Puffy back. But nonetheless, Puffy has an abusive history with women. So he beat up the baby moms, and we seen with this video that he beat the shit out of Cassie. Now, looking at this, I see why Cassie went for that $30 million. Now I get it why Cassie went for that $30 million. She just couldn't let Puff slide. Puff is out having fun. He's on yachts with Young Miami. He's talking about this brother love shit, changing his name 100 times. He had the audacity to call himself Brother Love with his with his track record. I heard Cassie was struggling with the bills. So Cassie decided to stick it to him. There was a lot of torment that took place with Puffy and Cassie. Cassie getting that 30 mil, that wasn't just for Cassie. That 30 mil that Cassie got, that was for Kim also. That was for all the women that got abused by Puff, and Puff got away with it. Cassie deserved that $30 million that she got from Puff. Those beatdowns that she took, she deserved it. Now, I know a lot of people say that Cassie could have easily walked away from Puff. We get it. We get it. But that still don't give Puff the right to abuse his situation, abuse his authority. If you see the way Puff handled Cassie, you can imagine what took place in their relationship. You remember they said that Puffy beat Cassie so bad that he had to send her on vacation to another island. All right? And what I notice about Puffy is Puffy don't do that with niggas. You know they said Puffy slapped the shit out of Drake. Shout out to Champagne Poppy. I don't know if that's true, but they're saying that he slapped Drake. Puffy also got into a scrap with J. Cole. Now, mind you, when you in reference to J. Cole and Drake, they're way younger than Puff. I've never seen Puffy actually go at it with his peers, people of his age. But I'm not gonna go against it either. I'm not gonna assume. I've heard about Puffy, Cassie talking about how Puffy went and grabbed the pistols. Puffy went and grabbed the pistols when they found out that Suge Knight was in town. They was gonna go confront Suge Knight. And I never knew Puffy got down like that. But one thing I always said, Puffy was a gangster. I always said that. And a lot of people would be like, nah, he ain't a gangster, but a gangster gonna know a gangster. A street nigga gonna know a street nigga. So I always knew Puffy had it. Now, is Puffy a gangster that you can respect? Maybe not. We don't respect everybody's gangster, but let's be clear. Sean Diddy Combs is a gangster, and his track record proves that. His beef with Suge Knight, grabbing guns to go get Suge Knight. The night when he went in the club with Sean Poe, and he made Jennifer Lopez put the gun in her purse so they can get in the club with the gun. Remember, the girl that got shot in the face said that Puffy's the one who did it. Don't shoot the messenger. Episode number 86. Make sure you guys are sharing this platform. Make sure you guys are hitting this like button. All right? Don't leave out here without hitting your like button. We call that wiping your feet on the rug. Show me that you was raised right. Don't embarrass the people that raised you. Hit that like button. We call that wiping your feet on the rug. Same way you do at your grandparents' house. Just wipe your feet on the rug and hit that like button for me. All right? And share the platform. Puffy's a gangster. And this proves it. There's a lot of things that are going to come out in the near future with Puff. Now, one thing I would say, Puff's a gangster, but Puff is also a coward. Puff made Sean Poe take that charge. He's the one that actually shot that woman in the face. I'm not saying it. The woman actually said it. After all these years, the woman came forth and said it. And Sean Poe reiterated and said that he told you that he never shot nobody in that club. Now, Sean Poe maybe did let off a shot in the air, but he's not responsible for shooting nobody. That was Diddy. He took the rap for that. Sean Poe took the rap for that. Shout out to Sean Poe. He's trying to be the prime minister of Belize. Sean Poe has family in the government of Belize. All right, that's how he was able to come back. So he has diplomatic, not necessarily immunity, but he has diplomatic authority. All right, big shout out to Sean Poe, and a lot of people owe Sean Poe an apology. Great artist, man. I would have loved to see his career progress and evolve as an artist. I would have loved to see that. But God has his own idea. We have our own idea and goals that we have for ourselves, and we kind of predict the path that we're going on. But God sometimes will divert you from that path. God knows how you're gonna get to your destination. We all want better things for ourselves, and we think that we know the path that we're gonna take to our goals. But sometimes God takes us on a different a side route, right? But nonetheless, shout out to Sean Poe. And like I said, Puffy's responsible for a lot of things. And this might be the nail in the coffin for Puff. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. Shout out to Make It Happen in the building all the way from Trinidad. That part. Like I always tell you guys, make sure you guys are checking out Make It Happen's music. All right? This is the Don't Shoot the Messenger Podcast, episode number 86. Hit that like button. Big shout out to Alexander A-Rod Rodriguez. Yo, what's good? Let me pull up this comment section. Hold up. That part. Shout out to you, my brother. In the house. Shout out to Make It Happen. Nah, Puff did beat up Steve Stout. And I love that you mentioned that. So listen, you guys. If you guys really know, Puffy got a violent history. Puffy has a violent history. Puffy beat up Steve Stout too. You remember that video You Can Hate Me Now with Nas, all right? Nas was always known for making underground songs. He wasn't a commercial artist. So he used to always get ridiculed for that. His choice of beats, his choice of production. So Nas thought it would be brilliant to work with Puffy. I don't know who came with the idea, Puffy or Nas, but they came up with a song. The song was called You Can Hate Me Now. You can hate me now, but I won't stop now. Now, you guys see the video. This is a very expensive video like none before that Nas ever had, all right? They had lions and tigers and the Bengal tigers, striped tigers and shit like that in the video. Expensive vehicles, Benzes and I don't know what vehicles, but very expensive vehicles, especially in those times. So there was a lot. The video, like I said, it was a luxurious video. Not necessarily not what you typically would get from Nas. And that's the reason he hooked up with Puffy. Now, with that being said, in that video, there's a depiction of Puffy, of Diddy on a cross like Jesus. All right? With that being said, you guys know, you kind of don't want to mix religion with politics. You don't want to mix religion in any shape or form when you're talking about entertainment, right? Because religion is politics. So obviously, Puffy did not approve of it, in which Puffy advised Steve Stout to take that image out of the video. He wanted Steve Stout to remove it from the overall You Can Hate Me Now Nas video. All right? Puffy didn't want to be seen in that way. But still, the video got released. And it got released with this image of Puffy on a cross, mimicking Jesus' demise, how Jesus passed away. And you guys know that's considered blasphemous for anybody to compare themselves to Jesus. I understand. I don't care what religious background you are, but you guys know how people hold Jesus dearly, right? No matter if you don't believe in Jesus or not, respect people's faith and their religions, all right? Especially a man of that such. There's nothing wrong with Jesus as in what Jesus represented. So I understand why Puffy didn't want to be depicted in that light, shown that way. His likeness shown that way. But nonetheless, Steve Stout still put out the video. And what Puff did, Puff gave Steve Stout the beats. I don't know, I think he hit Steve Stout in the head with a bottle. Something happened, but he gave Steve Stout the beats. So this is another occasion that happened. Another altercation that took place with Diddy. Diddy put his hands on Steve Stout. Diddy put his hands on J. Cole. Diddy put his hands on Drake. And also Diddy blew up what's the name's car? What's the man's name again? That should be signed to Kid Cudi. Excuse me, guys, because I don't listen to Kid Cudi's music. All right, but he blew up Kid Cudi's car. And this is what Cassie said. And Kid Cudi verified that Diddy blew up his vehicle. So it's not me. I'm not saying a legend. This is through their mouth, through the horse's mouth, all right? Both parties that were a part of the equation. So once again, you guys get a chance. You guys check out that video with Puffy. You guys, it's triggering once again, so that's a warning. But you guys gonna see how Puffy handled his shit, how he handled women. So it makes you think about his baby mother and all the women of his past. All right? And I was about to call Puffy soft, like he don't do that to niggas, but Puffy put his hands on niggas too. You know what I mean? But it's still not gangster putting your hand on a woman. Now, some women prefer for you to put your hands on them because they say if you don't put your hands on them, basically you don't love them. That's some women's love language. Dare I say it. But once in a while, they want you to get a little heated. some women, disturbing women that they probably suffer from some underlying issues. Obviously, these women are not in their right state of mind. So for you to oblige that, for you to give her that, it speaks a lot about you and your character, right? But nonetheless, you guys, this is the downfall of Bad Boy. I think this is the end of Diddy. Usually I would have had my funeral music for Diddy. You know what I mean? But we don't have the roadcaster right now. We got to get it back up and running. But without a doubt, this is the end of Diddy. And I think this is the end of Christian Combs. I think Puffy's son is out of there. Just for him trying to stand behind his father. Puffy's a coward for letting his son stand behind him. Puffy knows what he's facing. A lot of people saying that Puffy was wrong for leaving the house, leaving his kids in the house and watching his kids get escorted by Homeland Security. People consider Puff a coward for leaving his kids behind. But what gives even more validation to that is Puffy allowing his son to respond to 50. You know 50's not going to let up. So Puffy basically threw his son under the bus. Puffy sacrificed his son. Now Christian Combs, he's at the top of all the headlines, all right? And that diss song, I guess it didn't age well. It's safe to say that this diss record didn't age well. He has to eat his words. And you would expect that because Christian, he's young. He doesn't have that wisdom that a Puffy would possess. A man of Puffy's stature, Puffy's age would possess. All right, this is a young kid. That was too much to allow him. That was too much for his plate. Puffy should have put a stop to Christian releasing that record. The son had no business entering into this. And Puffy, you can't even handle going back and forth with 50 Cent. So why would you let your son go back and forth with 50 Cent? It makes no sense. It makes no sense, y'all. And for that's why I say Puff is a coward for allowing that to happen. All right. Now, once again, you guys, this is the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 86. All right. Once again, I'm the incomparable, the often imitated, but cannot be duplicated. I'm the one that keeps creating what they keep taking. I'm the curator. I'm the initiator. A lot of people following my lead. I have no problem. Just give me my credit. All right. I'm public enemy number one. I'm the top op. This is powered by L.O.T.S approved media. And I want to welcome everybody to episode number 86 of the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. All right. We spoke about everything we need to speak about tonight. Let me see what time it is. That part. So with that being said, you guys, I want you guys to enjoy your weekend. I would love to tell you guys that we'll meet back up here on Friday. But if I said that, I'd be a lie, because no man's promised tomorrow. It's by the grace of God that we're here and he breathed air into my lungs and we're able to be with each other today. All right. Let me get back in this comment section. I want to give a shout out to somebody that I missed in the comment section. Shout out to Sifu. Keep going. I'm so proud of you. That part. Shout out to B3. Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. And we will keep going. That part. Shout out to you. All right. Once again, L.O.T.S approved media. This is the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 86. You know what it's here for. You guys know what I always tell you guys, all right? The highest mind got the best view. Failure and discouragement are the stepping stones to success. Don't be scared to fail. And don't be scared of being discouraged, all right? Don't be scared. With that being said, we're going to play some outro music. Let me put this outro music on. Glee. All right. That part. Listen. L.O.T.S approved media. Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 86. We're 14 episodes away from episode 100. Listen, episode 100, we're going to be celebrating here. We got to celebrate the platform. God bless all my supporters. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. I love everybody that's here every night supporting. Shout out to everybody that's been here. Shout out to all the new listeners. All right, make sure you guys subscribe into the channel. Subscribe to the channel. That part. I want you guys to enjoy your weekend. Like I said, we're all not promised tomorrow. If God permits, I'll see you guys next Friday. If God permits. Show the universe your gratitude, people. Be thankful for the things that you have. These are some hard times right now. Hard times. The rent is up. The price of food is up. The circle of friends is getting smaller. And I ain't throwing up beef for blood, you heard? I'm doing a circle. The size of, let me tell you, the size. What we got here? My friend circle is the size of a penny. I got a very small circle of friends, you heard me? And it's going to get smaller for 2024. 2024 has a lot to in store. A lot in store. This is going to be a defining year. 2024 is going to be a defining year. It's not going to stop at the Cat Williams. That's just how the year started. A lot of people are going to be exposed for 2024. That part. And I'll be here. And I'll be here to speak about it. All right? L.O.T.S Approved Media. Don't Shoot a Messenger Podcast, episode number 86, and I'm out. That part. Love, people. Peace.